Proper game last night. Proper game. Well done to Arsenal. 3-1 winners against Valencia. And again, Valencia, very strong team. Very good defensive team. Letting 3 goals at home to Arsenal. But a little bit pissed off about the goal that they scored. We didn't pick up the marking very well. It was 3 players on the back post and we were allowed to be out-jumped and out-muscle for the first goal. I thought that was very lazy, but that's really what we needed to kick us into gear. Sorry, I'm chewing a mint at the moment. And on the outside from that goal, we played really well. I thought we played really well. Everything was going down the flanks. The movement was really good. The midfield stepped up a gear, and also when Torreira came on, that was a very good substitution because he brought fire on the field and he obviously started to stamp out a lot of the attacks that we were susceptible to, especially on the counters. Overall, it was a very decisive win, considering that Arsenal had let in 9 goals in the last 3 games and we had just absolutely stunk up the joint. But this is what happens when you play your first team. This is what we didn't do against Palace. And I fear that this is what we're going to do against Brighton. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Chelsea are 2 points ahead of us. But they play Watford at home at 2 o'clock. So it's an early kickoff. And I think our rotation is going to be determined a lot by the Chelsea result. And obviously next week, Thursday, in Valencia in Spain. And here's a problem. Aubameyang and Lacazette have not really had a rest. If you play Aubameyang and Lacazette on Sunday against Brighton, 2 guys who are really tired, then I think your chance in not getting a result in Spain, I think that would be a bold move. And if you're saying, what does that mean, Apollo? Does that mean that we throw away the league? But not necessarily. But you lost the league in your current form. The 3 losses that you have had, that was your chance. Don't talk to me about the Brighton result or what happens in Burnley. I don't think we're going to beat Burnley anyway. But that's not the point. You had the team had their chance to get a result against Wolves, against Leicester, against Crystal Palace, and they didn't. That was your chance for top 4. So if you keep talking about top 4 now, guess what? You're on your own, because that's not in our hands. If it falls to us, great. We'll take it if all the other teams fall apart around us. But winning the top 4 will give you the top 4. That's it. It will just give you top 4 status. Winning the Europa gives you a trophy. It gives you a trophy that you haven't won in over 20 years, 24 years. Gives you a trophy that in the last 3 European finals, we've lost. Yeah? And how would this feel? Would you rather get top 4 and then we finish the season and say, yeah, we're in the Champions League? Or would you rather win the Europa Cup probably against Chelsea? We don't know yet. And guys, we're not in the final yet. And add another title to our the trophy cabinet, something which most of our competitors are not doing. A lot of our rivals are not doing. They're not winning trophies. So guys, I think this is very clear and very simple. Well done for the result last night, and that result will define us. I mean, we need to go there and get a goal. We need to go there and score. We saw how hard Aubameyang and Lacazette worked last night. Brilliant, fantastic work rate from both of them. Just both coming back, flying down the flanks, playing off each other, dropping wide. Lacazette's first goal was indicative of how important it is to play those guys. Having one guy play off the other, running into space, playing him in, and him having the option, as in Aubameyang, to either go for goal or play off again to the Lacazette who's creating space. You have to wonder and scratch your head that a bona fide manager like Emery and Wenger last year, although Wenger did get it right after a while, why would you contemplate on not doing anything other than playing them? We saw the changes that Emery had to make at PSG when he went for 3 up front. Cavani, Neymar and Mbappe on the team at the same time. causing all havoc for defences. So there's one thing about Arsenal that you have to understand, and last night Valencia found this out the hard way. When you've got two strikers who are capable of scoring 25, 30 goals a season, who are you going to mark? Look at the amount of space that Lacazette gets into. And that's because a lot of defenders are keying on to Aubameyang. Aubameyang's the hitman. He's the one with the name. Yeah? Remember, Aubameyang's supposed to be the world-class striker. Lacazette, at no point in his career, has ever been a world-class striker. And he doesn't need to be. There's a difference between a top striker and a world-class striker. And top strikers are good enough. Top strikers will get you goals. You know, so I think it's important to understand the space that one can create for the other with their movement. It gives defenses fits. And then, of course, you've got Ozil. Ozil played well last night as well. Worked hard, got stuck in, played the lanes, and was pinging balls around. Again, you know, I love what Ozil did last night. But even Ozil will create space with those two running around. And it just makes the whole thing work much better than what we're used to seeing. So, fantastic result last night, guys. But hear this. You guys that are dreaming about the league, I told you in my last video, yes, we can still mathematically get in there, but only if others around us fail. So, I think that it's important to understand, leading up to that game, what are we going to do about our strikers? And I think that he'll rotate against Brighton, I really do. He did it against Palace and paid for it. Either way, Brighton are going to be really stubborn. They're going to come, they're going to park the bus. Remember, they're 4 from bottom. They're 4 points ahead of Cardiff, I believe. So I think they're going to be really stubborn. They're going to park the bus. They're going to be annoying. They're going to be a bunch of bastards. But I think the onus really comes from the manager. His team sheets have not been great lately. And I think we're going to see some rotation. And this time, I wouldn't argue with him. Why? Because you done already blow it. They done already ruin the league form. And the Europa semi-final second leg is much more important. And we have to attack that game on the counter. We have to have fresh legs from our strikers. Because we've got to suck them in and get them on their counter-attack and then steal a goal. That's going to change the whole tie. Yeah? Otherwise, Valencia is just going to need to win 2-0 in order to go through to the final. Something which they are well capable of doing. But well done to Arsenal last night. Great result. I'm eggs all in. Eggs all in one basket on Europa Cup. And whatever happens in the league happens. Because, you know what? I'm past caring about that. The amount of mess-ups that the team has had has come back. Not will come back to bite them. It has come back to bite them. Because if Chelsea win out, don't matter what you do, you ain't getting in anyway. You done lost that. You done throw that opportunity out the window. And you got yourself to blame about that. But you're still in charge of the Europa Cup. It's still in your hands. Please, Emery, do what you need to do to get this team to the final and let's win this Europa Cup. We all know what happens when Arsenal play Chelsea in finals, don't we? Wink, wink. So yeah, big up to you guys. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell if you want to see when my videos are dropping. Appreciate the love, guys. Peace out.